ending is going to be. But the one thing I want to say about the last season and the ending of our show is that Lost has been an extraordinarily complex, exciting book that the whole world is reading on television and involved with. And I think, like everything in life where there's mystery, I think the complexity of our last season of Lost and the drama, and as satisfying as I know it's going to be, and we are going to kind of focus in like we did season 1 on our core world a little bit. I can tell you that much. You know,
in terms of the characters,
a little
Jack,
bit.
Kate.
Yeah, the Iris is going to close down a little bit, but that doesn't mean all these other people aren't going to be on the show. But what I'm saying is that the show is going to be, and the ultimate ending is going to be extraordinarily exciting and satisfying, but every little bow that's in your mind, that the guys, all the little tiny strings that the guys have set out there in the tapestry, you know, whether every thread gets in those 2 hours tied or not, I think during the season they will. And I think that you'll be...
Other than the bears.
Other than the polar bears? Yeah, we don't talk about the polar bears.
This is probably your nightmare, I imagine. Because
well, it was JJ's nightmare on me. You should see the footage, the outtakes of that stupid polar bear jumping on this machine they made, you know, for the pilot. And there are a lot of bore issues, and wild animals is not what we do best on our show. The animals inside the characters, that's what we do great.
But seriously,
yeah.
I couldn't help, and I'm sure most of the people here have read throughout the 2 years, been on the internet, a lot of lost conspiracy theories and a lot of sites that try to explain the big story. And in most of, I mean, all the stuff that I read, it's so tiring just to read it. I mean, it takes like an hour to get to the sense of what are they talking about?
It's extraordinary. It's like taking a philosophy class at Harvard or something. It's insane. I mean, Laura would read. I'm sorry. What was your question?
I mean, how do you avoid the tiring job of explaining every single detail that happened throughout 6 seasons and just deliver a story that's powerful and dramatic like you did in
well, you know, as a writer, you can't do that. That would be a dissertation. That would be a question and answer period. I think that Damon and Carlton and the rest of our writing staff are really brilliant at finding a dramatic, funny, unique, gut-wrenching, exciting way to tell these stories. And I mean, I get scripts and I go, holy crap, Rousseau is that French girl? You know what I mean? It's like, even when, as much as I know what's coming and I know that we're going to cast the young Rousseau, when I'm reading a scene, I go, oh my God, those French guys on the raft, our writers are so smart. You know, because they really do find ways to go back to and have the whole circle come together. And most of the seeds that they've thrown out there have been intentional. You know, with knowing that they were going to come back. But I think with anything that's really creative, whether you guys are doing a TV show, a movie, a painting, a script, whatever it is, if it's alive and well, there are things it's going to tell you and directions it wants to go. And if you are smart and creative, you should go those ways. And that's happened on Lost.
I think it brings us to the first clip you wanted to show us.
Walkabout, yeah.
Which is from one of the first episodes you directed.
Right.
I think it was like episode
Number
2 or 3.
2, yeah. We did the first 2 in a row, and the first one was a Kate flashback with an Australian farmer with one arm. And the second episode was Walkabout, where we learned that John Locke was in a wheelchair.
You all remember this, right, from the first season?
And it was really the episode where we found the show. So I'll talk about that after we watch this one clip.